TMC Newsroom. My name is Rich Tarani, coming to you from CTIA Orlando. And on our show today is a special guest from appMobi. He is Roy Smith, the VP of Marketing. Roy, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
So tell me a little bit about appMobi and what your company does, please.
Okay, appMobi has developed and released a mobile platform support and development tool that is based on HTML5 and JavaScript. Basically, we're trying to solve the pain that the mobile industry has of fragmentation, which is different development environments for each of the platforms that developers want to support. Using our tool, you can create an app once and deploy it to multiple platforms, and then using our cloud services, you can actually service those apps on multiple platforms.
So I would imagine that you're always looking at the latest applications that are coming out and the latest updates to the SDK to be able to have to allow your developers to have access to the latest function calls, right?
Actually not, because of being a cross-platform tool. For example, with the iPhone 4, it has a gyroscope. We do not support the gyroscope because there is no gyroscope on the Android or on the BlackBerry phone. So the aspects that we support are probably what you would call the 99% rule, the things that people really want, the accelerometer, the contact list, the camera, and the more esoteric stuff that comes out on the APIs, we do not support.
Unless they become popular and jump on all the different phones, right? Then you deal with it.
If they become available on the different platforms, we would support them.
I've yet to see a program take advantage of the gyroscope. I think it's early, right?
Yes. Yeah. Well, it's only one on the iPhone 4, so if you were an iPhone developer, you'd probably think twice about developing for that anyway, because it would limit your market to only iPhone 4s.
That's
I don't even think iPads have it.
I thought okay, I could be wrong. I thought the iPads had it and the iPhone 4 didn't. Well, anyway, we know it's one of the leading edge devices.
It's just an example of each platform has certain quirky things that we do not support because we are a cross-platform tool. The one thing I should say is that the appMobi API is extensible. So if you, as a hardware manufacturer, let's say you came out with a phone that had a Pico projector in it, you could create an extension to our API that would allow people to support that using HTML and JavaScript. So it's not a closed system. It's very open and it's extensible. You can add things. We would not add support for your Pico projector, but you could do that and you could create apps using that.
Very interesting. Now, are there any customers that you're able to talk about publicly?
Well, we announced this platform originally in last January, and it came out of beta in September. And since that time, we have about 12,000 developers that are using it. There's a number of apps that are in the App Store that are achieving a lot of downloads. I don't know if you saw, there was a big ad campaign recently for Robitussin with the monkey. Our tool was used to create the iPhone and Android apps for that.
Oh, okay, very interesting. Now, what's next then for your company?
Well, what we announced here at the show is the completion of the build-out of our services support cloud-based tools. So in September, we announced the development tools, which allow you to create apps using HTML and JavaScript. And now we've completed the cloud services that support an app once it's in the App Store. There's 4 things that you need to have a reasonable app that's a commercially viable app. You need to have instant update or real-time updating. When the developer updates the app, you have to somehow notify people who have the app that it's been changed. The Apple App Store does this very well using if you go to the App Store, it says, your app needs updating, would you like to do that? So we have that functionality available to developers on Android and BlackBerry as well. Another thing you need is push notifications. We have a cross-platform push notification system that allows you to push not just text, but also audio or video or HTML5. So now you can actually have push messages that have HTML5 animation, and it works across all of our supported platforms. The next thing you need is analytics. You need to know what's going on inside your app when your users are running it. The analytics that are provided by Apple are extremely lame. in that they only tell you how many downloads there are. They don't tell you how many times it was opened, how much time was spent, screens, any of that. The appMobi analytics system is actually controlled by the developer, where you say what things you want to keep track of, and as the user runs the app, that data is collected and sent back up to the cloud, where you can then analyze it using Omniture or any other analysis system.
Location as well, if you're interested in that kind of information?
Sure. Yeah, you can. Actually, I don't think location, that probably is an analytic, sure. Yeah, I believe that's included. I'm not on the technical side, so I don't know the exact ins and outs of that, but I believe you can capture location. If you do that, the user has to opt in. You can't just capture it, because that would be a privacy issue.
So if I'm a developer, what do I need to know in terms of working with your system? Is there a cost? What is it? What
Well,
does
that's
it
the
cost?
beautiful part. Our goal is to get as many people as possible using our cloud services, so we're giving everything away in the development side. You can go to our site, appmobi.com. You can download our development tools, which is called the appMobi XDK. You can use your HTML preferred development tools, if it's Dreamweaver, Notepad+. We don't make you use any particular tool. You can complete the development and testing of your app. You can actually build final apps and submit them to the App Store, all for free. We're giving that all away.
Wow, very exciting.
So we're betting that once you do that, if you have a successful app, you're going to need push notifications. You're going to need, I didn't finish the fourth function that you need is purchasing. You need an in-app payment system.
Right.
So what we've announced here at the show is an in-app payment system called OneTouch that is functionally equivalent to the OneTouch system that is used by the Apple App Store.
Sure. Now, one other question. If you have the need, for example, to have storage in your application, how is something like that handled?
Well, within an HTML page, you do have access to storage. It utilizes the storage of the phone up to the limits of the phone. If you were streaming audio, obviously, at some point you're going to run out of storage.
But for example, could I just set up an array of, I'm just looking at, let's say TMC, we wanted to, we write a few hundred articles every day. We wanted to have an app where you could download all of the day's content. Let's say 200-300 articles from that day.
Yeah.
You would suck that down into an array?
There's local storage. There's local storage. There's an API in the appMobi system that allows you to access local storage. You can save things off. You can delete them. It's the problem that web apps have is that they can't access those things to store things persistently between runs, and appMobi solves that.
Fantastic. Roy, thanks for being on the program today. Great to meet you.